Okay, so as far as we know, there are no real Christmas trees to be purchased or available here in the Philippines. But you can go to different stores, malls, and things like that and buy one. But look at the smallest one here. The smallest one here. It's about as tall as my chin. Bulbs not included, and that's already 1,300 pesos. Comes a little plastic stand. Okay, so they're cute. You got some nice ones here. But we figure, well, if we're gonna have a fake tree, let's really have a fake tree. You're trying to catch a sunset. Hey, Tropical Tim in the Philippines here. Nice to see everybody. Been gone for some time, but kind of back in the saddle again. So it is October, which is a BER, B-E-R month. September, October, November, December. So that means it's Christmas time here in the Philippines. Now, we don't know that here on Palawan that you can buy a real Christmas tree. We're not sure. We asked around, but pretty sure you can. It'd be news to me. You can buy artificial trees in the mall and things like that. And so we got to thinking, well, if we're gonna have something artificial, let's just make our own. So I'm going to show you how my wife Ray makes a Christmas tree. And it's really cool. And she actually made this for us our very first Christmas together when I got stationed in Subic Bay back in 1984. So Christmas of '84 was the last time that we had a tree like this, and it's really interesting, so check this out. Okay, so the first thing, let me turn this around here, there we go. The first thing we're gonna do is we got us a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, okay? And this is a marine plywood, so that means it's waterproof, you know, more than your average piece of plywood. So we went ahead and designed a diameter for our base, so we're going to go ahead and cut that. Go ahead. Okay, now that we have our base for our Christmas tree cut to size, we're just going to lightly sand the edges, you know, just so nobody gets like a wood sliver or anything like that. You don't have to go ballistic on it, but just some light sanding, and that should do just fine. Okay, next, we're gonna go ahead and measure the Christmas tree platform bracket, brace, stanchion, whatever you want to call it. So we're just recycling some wood that we had laying around, and we're gonna set this up, and of course this will be the bottom of the base of the Christmas tree. Okay, so we've got our pieces cut, support pieces for the base of our homemade Christmas tree. You can say that. Okay. Now, before we attach these, we're actually going to paint them, because that makes sense. So you can cover all the wood and protect it, basically, because then you can reuse this stand, you know, as often as you want. And believe it or not, this stand, this idea or concept is not limited to just Christmas time. You can use this platform for a variety of things. It's just for one's own imagination. Okay, get to work. Now, I could do this, but he's our general kind of helper around town here anyway, you know, around here. So I told him, yeah, you go ahead and do this. I'm just going to sit back and supervise with an ice cold San Miguel. Okay, next we're going to drill a hole in the center . And I'll show you what that's for. Maybe you can already guess. Okay, so we've drilled the hole. Now you want to make the hole just barely big enough to hold your center pole. And you also want to drill it all the way down through your cross support sections to give it a little bit more added stability. Go ahead and set that down a second. Put that in there for me. This one, let's see what it looks like. Okay, this will be our center pole. Now obviously it's too big, so we got to cut this down. And total height, including the base from the floor, is going to be roughly 78, 79 inches. You can make it as tall as you want, but we definitely have to cut a little bit off here. Now, I told my wife to make sure she got a white PVC little water pipe. She got a blue one, but that's okay. We can modify that. So there we go. We got the center hole drilled, and let's move on to the next step. Okay, next, we're putting small nails around the edge of our Christmas tree base platform, as you can see. They're about 1 inch apart, just small nails. And you want to put them down where they're barely sticking up, the heads of the nails, just kind of barely. If you can see that right there, see that? Okay, now we have all the nails in. As you can see, all the nail heads right there. Maybe some of you are still wondering, why are those nails there? We'll show you later. So right now we're going to go ahead and protect the wood and just, give it a color that is appropriate for, a Christmas type theme. I could have gone green. I do have a real nice dark Christmassy type green color paint. You can go red, whatever you want. But we're doing this, so this should work just fine. Okay, so we have the base here, as you can see. It's got all the little nail heads around it. We're all painted. Now we cut the center pole here, this hollow plastic water line. And what we did, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, sorry. But we put 4 slits with a hacksaw. We made 4 cuts. And we bought this string. What kind of string do you call this? It's kind of like a bamboo string or something like that. You can pick it up at pretty much anywhere. It's like a heavy duty yarn or whatever. You can see the fiber hairs on it. Okay. So now we're just going to rotate this back and forth around the nails. Just like that, and then it'll sit down. There's a better look at the cut into the pipe, see? Right there, 4 notches up there, evenly spaced, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see the progress as we've got the twine here, kind of see it taking shape. You just go up, down, around a nail head and up into the cut. There you go, just like that. Starting to take shape. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do as we decorate the tree, well, actually not me. I'm not going to do it. They're going to do it. Let me see your face. Hello? Hello? Anyway, we're gonna hide the center blue plastic water pole that we use. Okay? And you can see there's a little Christmas blanket type thing. Now you can put anything down there. You can put cotton and add decorations or a nativity scene or whatever you want. But we thought it best to cover the blue because she failed to get me a white pole, but that's okay. Yeah, and it just adds more color anyway. So we're just taking some tinsel and wrapping it around to add some flair and color, of course, and make it more of a Christmas color. Blue is not really a Christmas color, so I mean you could use it, I guess, it's no big deal, but that's what we're doing. Okay, next we're gonna go around the tree with lights. Hard to see it, but we've wrapped one string of lights down the center of the pole, and now we're going around the tree, and basically what they're doing is just going back and forth so to not cross over the opening here, because that would look kind of not so good. So they're kind of weaving the string of lights, and you can see these strings aren't real long, so you got to use, I don't know, 3 or 4 sets. So we're on our 3rd set, and we just connect it right there, and that'll be hidden later. And then we also use a little kind of bread tie to tie the heavier connected strings right there, so they don't pull the rest of the string down, because this is heavier than the actual string of lights. So let's see how that turns out. Okay, so now we have the lights strung up onto the fibrous string. What do you call this again? You don't know? Okay. You can use any kind of strong yarn or anything like that, but anyway. Okay, so that's kind of what it's looking like. All right, let's continue on. Okay, now we're going to start layering, putting layers of cotton. Okay, and just purchase these little rolls, sheets, whatever you call it. They come in a roll, and we are going to layer the cotton on the outside of the tree. You can see how the string of lights, are weaved in and out here like that. So, okay, so what do you guys think so far? Okay, and now for our fairly finished product. There you go. So that's about it. Now, remember, the total cost of doing this can be almost practically nothing. It just depends on your own imagination and what you have lying around the house. You may have to go out and purchase an item or two, I don't know, but even with that, still in the end, if you keep it reasonable, it should be relatively cheap. So you can see it kind of looks like a teepee almost. But hey, this is a lot of fun. If you want to do something different, this is fun for the kids. They would absolutely love this. So again, the decoration, it's really up to one's imagination. You can kind of do whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay, so here's what our final product looks like. It's very simple, a lot of fun, very easy to do. Anybody can do it. What do you think of that? Okay, so this is about, right here, about head high for me. You can see she just took some plastic kind of different flowers with, it's got those little beads in there, but you can see how the cotton lights up the lights in the background. And this is really cool. I mean, this is very cool. You can't beat this. Just for a do-it-yourself kind of project. If you're tired of, you know, a real Christmas tree, a fake Christmas tree, no tree at all, look around the house and see what you got. Maybe have to go to the hardware store or somewhere and just get a couple little things and kind of do it yourself. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to share this video. Help it get spread around. Appreciate that. Subscribe if you like. Peace out. And walang katapa.